Administrator for the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, Dr. Mehmet Oz. Good morning to you, doctor. So, look, for those who haven't checked it out yet, explain to us how the use of TrumpRX.com works and could save you a lot of money.
Well, go to TrumpRX.gov, not .com. Otherwise, yes, you won't get the benefits. But the president spoke about most favored nation drug pricing, which, just to get everyone on the same page, we pay 3 times more for the exact same drugs made in the same factories, often in this country, than folks overseas pay for those same drugs. It's not there's no excuse. So the president demanded that the pharmaceutical industry come to grips with this problem, and they fixed it. They gave access to us to the best prices, as the president described. Now we give them to you, the American people. We're going to use TrumpRX.gov as the mechanism for doing that. You really should check the website before you buy any medication. Although we only have about 43 on the site today, it's going to rapidly build up over time. And the 43 we have on there are some of the biggest drugs in America, the most expensive drugs. For example, the weight loss drugs, the GLP-1 drugs, they're all there at a fraction of the price that they used to cost. And in particular, breaking news now, there's a pill, not the injection, there's a pill version of it, which is also on the site, that's $150. Now remember, these used to be $1,200 a month. So if you're cash paying, which of course are the folks who are often the most at risk because they don't have wonderful insurance programs, you should go to the site and generally use it. At least check the prices. And even if you have commercial insurance, you ought to just check the website out to see what the price of these drugs are. And I believe that quickly, because there's transparency now for the first time in drug pricing, you're going to see the entire industry shift towards these appropriate prices for these life-saving medications.
So yeah, you briefly just mentioned that Americans who have health insurance, they should still go on and check the website. What can TrumpRX do for them, even those that have low copays right now?
Well, there's a lot of drugs that really aren't covered by insurance frequently, the fertility drugs. And 1 in 3 American families is having trouble having babies. They're under-babied. And so now you can get those drugs at 10% of the price. I'll say that again. It's 1/10 the price of those medications if you try to get them through insurance or what they used to cost you cash pay. And for the weight loss drugs, they're so much less expensive than what you could normally afford them for. And many insurance companies don't cover these weight loss drugs. And when they do, the amount that it costs the companies is quite a bit. So a lot of companies are going to say, go off and buy those on your own. We'll cover everything else because you can get a big savings that way. But it's going to change the whole market. Now that everyone knows what the real best price is, you're going to see all the middlemen get out of the way. You're going to see companies directly buy them for their employees. The insurance companies will start to get those prices as well.
Wow.
Yeah, Doc, you kind of led me right into my next question. So if I use TrumpRX.gov, I'll get it right this time, .gov, do I still get my prescriptions from my pharmacist down the street or from Walmart or wherever I might go, or am I going to get them in some other fashion?
Well, this website, which is built by Ed Korstein and Joe Gebbia, by the way, founded Airbnb. So he knows how to build really big, complex websites that work well. And so it's designed very wisely to tell you where to go to get your medications. Some medications are going to be best sourced at your local drugstore. A lot of them are sold on mail order. So you'll go to the mail order pharmacy that's the best for you. And some of them are going to be sold by the manufacturer. But the beautiful thing about this website is it'll help you. If you just put the disease you're suffering from, it'll give you a list of medications so you pick the one for you. It'll help you pick the right dose. It'll get the right pricing. It has a coupon you can print to take to the drugstore, or you can put it as a QR code into your Apple Wallet or whatever cell phone you use, so you can actually have that easily to use when you go back to a store. Or you can just send it off to the mail order pharmacy or to the company's website. Your doctor still has to prescribe the medications. These are only prescription medications, but they're the most expensive and most widely used medications. And we believe we'll not just save money, we'll save lives, especially for our most vulnerable citizens who often can't afford the medications otherwise.
All right, Dr. Oz, always great having you with us. And what a great program. TrumpRX, looking good for all Americans, Republicans and Democrats.
Great to see you, Dr. Oz.
God bless.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.